Guys, it's midnight. Now, I'm sorry, it's midnight. You can't drop a British transfer record at midnight. I'm off to bed. I'm tucked in. I'm warm. I'm all cozy. Ready for the big day tomorrow, the deadline day. All the bombers could drop. All of the headline acts could drop. And you got me out here rising at midnight on a Sunday, a day of rest, by the way. Incredibly disrespectful for this Isak transfer breaking news. It's selfish. It's selfish now. And this is partly the reason why I want this transfer window to end. It's just pure selfishness. There's no care or consideration for others around you. It's just pure lashing out now. Recklessness, I'll call this. This is what it is tonight. David Ornstein breaks. Newcastle United reached total agreement with Liverpool Football Club for Alexander Isak, £130 million. British transfer record. After beating Arsenal in the afternoon, 1-0, super sensational Szoboszlai free kick from range, moment of magic, moment of individual brilliance. Liverpool break the bank for Isak. Now, we knew that this deal was going to come true, but it needed to be confirmed. It needed to be clarified and completely out there in the open. And now it is. They signed Voldemort as the replacement Newcastle a few days ago for 80 million euros. And now Liverpool have taken their main man. And Isak can thank the heavens. Thank the heavens that he's leaving Newcastle unscathed. Because, boy, if this transfer didn't go through, if he did not get that agreement by 7 p.m. on Monday, which is today, I don't know how he would have walked back into St. James's Park. I don't know how he would have walked back into that team. Of course, goals and great performances can fix anything. But the way that this is all transpired, the statements, the back and forth between fan bases, clubs, animosity that we all saw in that game when they played last Monday at St. James's Park in the 3-2 Liverpool win. This needed to happen. I don't know if it needed to happen for Arsenal and for Chelsea and for Manchester City, who lost at Brighton, for teams that are meant to be contending for this title, because now Liverpool have got striker depth. Liverpool have got someone that can rival Ekitike, replace him. Obviously, you're expecting Isak to start week in, week out. The expectations will be insane, enormous. Minimum 20 league goals. I'm more thinking 25 now, you know. But this is a big player. It's a big signing. How does it work? How does it fit? Liverpool fans right now won't care. They know their options off the bench won't last the whole campaign, whether it's Rio at 16, Chiesa. They still have to go and get Mark Guehi later on today to sort out the centre-back situation because Konate fell down injured. And they haven't played well in the first 3 matches. They didn't play well against Bournemouth for the entirety of the match. They conceded those 2 goals, but they outshot them, firepowered them. They didn't play well against Newcastle for the majority of that match, but they managed to get that last-minute winner and show the mentality. They didn't play well for most of the match against Arsenal until that final 20 minutes, and then they managed to just get that winner out of a moment of individual quality. Liverpool Football Club have barely even got their wheels in motion. They barely even gotten themselves into any gears. They got 9 points out of 9, and now they're adding the second best striker in this country into their front line. That's big news. That's why I'm out of my bed. That's why I'm rubbing the boogers out of my eyes. That's why I've even bothered to rise from my ruins and speak on this, because it is big news. It does shift the landscape of the league a little bit. It does change the complexion of the title race a little bit. It does. Because it's a guaranteed gunman. That's what it is. I don't have the same question marks about, you know, whether and how Isak fits into this Liverpool team in regards to style, in regards to technical level, in regards to fit. I have the questions over Gyökeres at Arsenal, having to be more transitional, having to be more direct, having to service him. You don't have to service Isak. He is going to service himself at times. He is going to carry the ball, dribble past players. He is going to drop deep. He is going to link. He is going to shoot from range. He is going to header the ball from crosses. I'm not going to try and find faults in a player that I would have taken, that I would have absolutely craved to have at my club. Obviously, João Pedro is working out, but what a team we could have been with João Pedro just behind Isak up front, with Palmer on the right. Ooh, but it's a lot of money. And that's the only thing. Newcastle fans right now will say, hey, he's done it to us, he might do it to you. Real Madrid, Ala Madrid. You've seen it before with Trent. Konate still hasn't signed a new deal. Prepare yourselves, Liverpool fans, for that potential outcome one day. The way that he's behaved, the way that he's kind of orchestrated this exit, regardless of handshakes and promises. Was it the right way to do it? And will it come back to bite Liverpool in the arse in the future? You'd think not. You'd think not. And injuries, that's the only other thing. Now, he didn't really have any injuries last season. He didn't really have any issues fitness-wise last season from what I could see. And I think he has improved that in the last year and a half. But injuries. And when you cost £130 million, there is no excuses. Let me make that very fundamentally, bombastically, exponentially, elephantastically clear. He has no excuses. I don't want to hear this settling in bullshit. Same thing we heard with Florian Wirtz, fairs, but it wasn't really reciprocated with Caicedo. It wasn't reciprocated with Enzo Fernandez. It wasn't reciprocated for other £100 million man. Let me make it abundantly clear. Alexander Isak gets running immediately. Immediately. Physically, technically, there is no questions. So there is no adaptation. You are coming into a team that is better, that is going to create more chances. You are coming into a team where they are you're surrounded by Florian Wirtz, you're surrounded by Mohamed Salah, you're surrounded by, when obviously Frimpong gets back, the cross is coming in from wide positions, Kirkez, Gakpo, Ikatike. You got to bang. I'm sorry, you got to bang, and you got to bang for your buck, and you got to bang immediately. We're not here doing the molly coddling thing. It's not happening. I can make it very abundantly clear to you. It won't run. No, it won't run, especially with the way you behaved. The way you behaved has made that even more of a thing. Like, people are just going to be onto you immediately if you're not performing. That's just how it is. And that's when you're costing this kind of money. We're getting into Mbappe territory. We're getting into Neymar territory. We're getting into territory for some of the greats, some of the greatest of their generation. What they would have cost if they cost anything in regards to Lionel Messi. We're going into these mad figures right now. Yeah, we ain't seen figures like this. So, wow. What a signing. It's an incredible signing. Don't get me wrong. It's an interesting signing in regards to Ekitike, how it all works. Does Ekitike go to the left? Does he go up front with Isak? Could we see a potential diamond? No, we couldn't because it's Salah. So could we see a potential... The only thing is, does this put Liverpool out of balance? I have no doubt that Isak's going to press. He's going to work hard for Liverpool. He's going to, like I said, stylistically fit. He's not going to have any issues technically playing in the position they're going to play him. He's not going to be misprofiled. None of that stuff's going to happen. But how do you fit Isak, Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Salah all in the same team? Can you fit them in the same team? Or does Ekitike have to go to the bench, who's had a pretty good start to the season? And how does Slot find that balance between attack and midfield and making sure that, because when McAllister was in there, he's not maybe fit, but he wasn't able to track the runners or keep to the pace of the game against physical teams like Arsenal. But this is why you have options. For competitions, this is why you have options. So Bosley, I've said it before. Listen, he might not be pretty on the eye, but he's going to be very important to this Liverpool team in midfield when Frimpong's back. You got someone flying down that right-hand side. You got Wirtz, you got Ekitike, Isak, Salah, who's meant to be clocking down in terms of sprints and intensity. You're so many guys going forward. Best believe Szoboszlai is going to be critical and key in terms of tracking runners, covering space, trying to help the back line and Gravenberch. You're not going to just be able to put all the techie players out there. You've got to balance. So, listen, Isak to Liverpool is a mad bomber. It's a mad time to drop it. You could have definitely waited till morning. It's mad inconsiderate. But it is what it is. We're here. We're alive and kicking. We're well. I was just about to put the alarm on for tomorrow morning. Here I am now speaking to a Sony camera. But guys, there's no question on the quality. We're not going to try and pretend we're not wishing we had him. Everyone... Listen, I don't care what anyone says. Everybody wished in the league, apart from maybe City and Haaland, that they had this striker. On top of what they have, or instead of what they have. For me, it's on top of João Pedro, instead of maybe a Delap, instead of a Jackson. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But for Arsenal fans, it might be alongside. I'd say it's instead of Gyökeres. Let's keep it a buck. He's better, yeah? So this is earthquakes. This is shakes. This is crazy. Shakes is in almost the ownership at Liverpool. Where's all this money coming from? Might have to investigate you in a minute. I'm joking. They still got to get a defender in. But boy, oh boy, the Premier League just got shook up again. This title race is going to be sensational. It's going to be insane. And Liverpool have already got 9 out of 9. So don't think that you can slack for 2 seconds. Don't think that you can't. You have to keep up. You have to go, whoever it is, Arsenal, Chelsea, City, your next games, you better think only W's. You better think it only wins, because Liverpool have started poorly performance-wise, but they got 9 out of 9, and they're adding this guy. I know Arsenal may have been favourites or joint favourites for a second, but maybe Liverpool just got back in front. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you smash up all the icons. Isak, Bomba, midnight on a Sunday, meant to be a day of rest. And instead it's a day of mayhem. I'm going back to bed. In a bit, people. Peace.